All right, folks, listen, we're all back where we, belong. Ultimately, I'm in my studio. Creative Tony's in his studio. Tony, I can now say that I've done a Polymac Particle show from the Grapevine. I've done it. Check that out. I've done it for that. I got to tell you, by the way, first of all, it's great to be back in my comfy studio here. But I actually went back on Saturday and I watched some of Friday's show. I actually thought it came off pretty good. Like you can hear the only and I should say this too. I apologize. I got to make an apology right out of the gate. I apologize to Creative Tony. I apologize to Robot Centaur because it was so loud. Just highway noise in the car. We're going like 70 the whole time, and so the background, I couldn't always hear what you guys were saying. So when I watched it back, I realized I was talking over you guys a couple times. So sorry about that. But that was just for that's my bad hearing and with the car and all the noise. But by and large, I was pretty pleased. I thought it went off pretty well.
Maybe then I can give you one of these. There you go.
There's a lot of people that need one of those today. We can, the line forms to the left. If you're looking to get slapped in the face, you came to the right place today. So first of all, I hope everybody had a great weekend. This is obviously a day that we're going to, it's a mixed bag today because we have a lot of stuff to comment on. Stanley Cup, NBA, primarily. We got World Cup stuff. Tony's been all over that. But with the loss of Aldon Smith over the weekend, so unexpectedly and so suddenly, I think it kind of affected I know it affected the two of us, Tony and myself, because we talked about it. But for those, I think anybody who's a 49er fan was affected by this, and it was a very sad day. And the information is still trickling. And so we dedicate this show today to the memory of Aldon Smith, and I'll share my interactions with him on the show today. I did get to hang with him a couple times. I found him to be a very, very cool young man he was a troubled guy, but he was doing his best to live a virtuous life. And I don't know what happened. I don't know the cause of death yet. None of us really do, but it was just very, very sad. So we dedicate this show to the memory of Aldon Smith. And we will certainly address that today, Tony. I'll share some of my memories and you can share some of your memories, but on a day, because I found this out. I think we all found this out right before the Knicks won their title. And by the way, how about the aftermath of the Knicks winning their first title in 53 years? Yeah, dude. And now 49er fans who look at the smile, it's a young man, dude. This is a talented young man here. And if people haven't heard this news, I found out about this today before the show, Tony, about Anthony Dixon, who posted a really heartfelt message about Aldon. And then Tony was telling me that Anthony Dixon actually tried to revive him on Saturday. I didn't know about this, but we're going to talk about that. But before we do all that, Tony, my first question, I think a lot of people are asking the same question. What are we doing here at 4 p.m.? I don't even know. Nobody knows. Tony was like, I need to go on at 4 today. I was like, yeah, that's cool. But I think people showed up at 7 this morning expecting
all kinds of fun chaos today, dude. First of all, we got Dom Peralta, fresh off seeing Metallica in Budapest.
Damn.
He is in Hungary. And he is the man in charge of and thank God we have Dom Peralta to do this. He sets up the StreamYard link and the YouTube thumbnail, not to get too technical. Yeah. And but he couldn't do it to USA time. He could only do it to Budapest time. So he had to do it at 7:20 a.m. I think Budapest time. And so I'm getting texts saying, "Wait, you guys are going live at 7:20?"
No. So no 7:20 shows. I gave that up when I left KNBR. I gave up that morning shift. I did it long enough, man.
I will say, but those of you who were up at 7:20 and ready to rock, Nutter, Scarlet Fire, Noemi, Dom, everybody, that was very impressive.
That's some gangster ass right there, showing up at 7. And just full disclosure, you guys, I swear to God, this is true. Last year, when Tony and I were, getting ready to launch the show and introduce this new show, we talked about when do we do this? What time of day? We actually did talk about doing a morning show to kind of rival the traditional radio morning show. So we gave that some thought, but it sounded, what we heard over and over again is, don't do it in the morning because no one has time to listen. People are running around. You're going to be better served later in the day. And that's why we installed the night show too. But again, Tony, what's with the 4 o'clock business? What are we doing?
Well, and also I do want to give some love also to Woods Hardwood and also Sweet Mad Hatter and Candlestick Kid. They were all present around 7:20 a.m. looking for the show. So thank you all.
Respect.
And much love to all of you for being here today at 4 p.m. I just texted Paulie because today is my son's last all-star practice before we have our big game coming up this weekend. And I was like, hey, dude, I've been missing practices and I've been totally the show is the priority, right? But I've been missing practices, and I told Paulie I've been getting a little emotional that this is kind of coming to the end of the line. I said it's his last practice. Can we start at 4 today, and I'll go up the street to the field to catch the second half of their practice. So Paulie said, hell yeah, let's do it at 4. So thank you all for being here at 4 p.m. That's why we started at 4, so I can go up and I don't know, throw some bullpens, hit some ground balls, maybe some BP.
Dude, you might be throwing some BP and simultaneously like crying on the mound,
yes.
crying at it, like sadness that your kid is growing up. He's going to fly the coop someday. Shout out to the empty nest syndrome. I'm one of those people. I got the empty nest. I'm dealing with that right now. Creative Tony, is Dom, your son Dom, is he in 7th grade?
He's as they say, Paulie, rising 7th grader.
Oh, shout out Dingve Malmsteen, rising force. What does a rising 7th grader mean? I'm afraid to even ask.
He hasn't started 7th grade, but he just finished 6th grade. So
dang, we got new terms. I never heard of rising 7th grade.
There's 2 risings I live by. Come on up for the rising, Bruce Springsteen, and Rising Wolf. Okay, that's it.
Well, that's a 3-pack then. Yngwie Malmsteen, Rising Force. I own the record, by the way. Pecan gave it to me for Christmas. Swear to God, I've never listened to it, but I own it. Rising Wolf, 100%. Fist in the air, Rising Wolf. And Bruce Springsteen, The Rising. That's a great 3-pack right there.
Oh, dude, come on up for the rising.
Wearing a cross of my calling. You know what I mean? Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing.
This reminds me, Paulie, it has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but I want to give a public service announcement to the entire audience here today. Something happened to me over the weekend, and I'm thankful that I'm still here to talk to y'all about it because, I try to get the kids to take out the garbage and take out the compost and take out the recycling, but sometimes I just go and do it. It was nighttime, like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, are we talking animal encounter?
Dude, I have a huge bag full of compost, taking it out, dude. And
where, in the front or the back?
Front yard.
Okay, so you're walking out, and Tony lives on a busy street, so there's traffic. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
And dude, I'm about to open the compost, and the lid pops open, and it's a raccoon inside the compost bin.
Nice.
And I freaked out.
They'll go after you. These things are nuts, man. A raccoon, they'll charge your ass. They don't care. I got charged by a raccoon. I swear to God. But finish your story. You got to watch out with raccoons. You do.
I have sound from the raccoon. Hold on. I mean, literally, the raccoon saw me and was like laughing, like, "What are you gonna do?" And it just,
what are you gonna? I dare you to stick your hand in here, tough guy. Watch what happens. Yeah.
It scared the bejesus out of me.
Were the eyes glowing and stuff? Was it
glowing eyes? Long, like freaking talon-like nails, and
dude, nice usage. Talon, good.
And like huge. This thing was huge. This thing has probably been feasting on our compost bin for months.
He's been having dinners with you guys all week,
No question. And there's usually a lot of Longbridge pizza crust, like if leftover pizza crust, if I don't eat the full crust. Anyways, dude, public service announcement: when you take the compost out, shake your garbage can first. Don't open it. That's my advice to you. Shake it first, because if you open it, and they will, I thought this thing was going to jump on me. I really did.
It would. It's a 50-50. If that thing was feeling pissed off, it could have lunged, and then you got a problem. Because then and by the way, greatest raccoon attacks of all time. I got to go to Harold and Kumar. The first one, Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. They're driving around. There's a raccoon in the back. Yeah. And the raccoon jumps on Harold, and it bites him in the neck and stuff. It goes crazy. The raccoon attacks him. And one time I got charged by a raccoon. I was staying in this somebody else's summer house, and it was late at night. And there were raccoons all over the backyard. I'm not kidding. There was like a swarm, a pack of them. And they have this like outside light. This is up by like Jenner, if you know the Jenner area.
Oh, yeah.
Long time ago, Tony, this is like 90s, late 90s. And at one point, dude, I was standing on the back steps, and I opened the door, the screen door, and a freaking raccoon charged. It charged at me. Like when I opened the door, I'm like, God, I'm like, damn. Dude, I slammed the door, but it kind of was unsettling to have this thing charging at me. So I learned my lesson right there. They're fearless. NorCal Refrigeration. He goes, raccoons are tough as nails, dude.
Totally.
Tough as nails. Yeah.
I honestly, dude, I swear to God, man, I was so scared. So just everybody be on alert for a raccoon in your garbage.
How did you resolve it though? What happened?
Oh, dude, I went back up the stairs of our carport, and I went and grabbed a baseball bat, and I started making all kinds of noise making all
Were you
kinds
hitting the barrel and stuff?
hitting the wall, hitting the barrel, hitting anything that could be hit.
With the lid closed or open? Like
closed.
So how's he gonna get out? You're hitting it, but he's
no,
trapped.
so it bolted. So then I like started pushing the thing and realized it was light. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna open this thing again. It was gone. So it bolted. So just FYI.
Did your family know what was going on, or was that a battle you fought by yourself?
Battle I fought by myself, and nobody even like missed me. I was out there for like 10 minutes. Nobody
Mom,
even
Dad's in the driveway bleeding. Is that bad? I don't know. Dad's not getting up. I don't know if we should leave him out there or not. Yeah. Oh, he'll be fine. Yeah, he does that all the time. Yeah.
Man. So, anyways, I've been just a tangent. Sorry about that.
No, I loved it, dude. I love animal encounters, man. There's nothing like them, and it can happen to anybody anytime. I live in the freaking Wild West up here in San Rafael, dude. We get coyotes. Remember the day you were over at my house? You're like, Paulie, there's something walking around in your backyard. And we looked out there, and it was a fox. I think it was like a fox. Yeah. They're nuts. You got foxes, raccoons, deer, coyotes. It's a whole thing. It's wild kingdom up here, man.
It is a wild kingdom, but that's why I love living where we live. So I wouldn't change it for the world.
No, hell no. Nor would I. I'm glad you came out of it in one piece.
Man,
how are you gonna going forward? You know what they say is you got to put some like bleach on the lid or something, and that smell will. Did you ever heard that? Yeah, put bleach, and then you'd sprinkle a little bleach once you throw your trash in there. Just sprinkle like a cap of bleach. That's supposed to keep him away.
Part of me though is like, I don't want him exploring somewhere else. Just if that's where he's gonna go, just go there, and I'll know that's his like domain. And I won't.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do is you come up with if there's a neighbor that you don't like, you leave like a trail of food going right to the neighbor's house, and be like, right this way, man. And just let him eat his way over to the neighbor's house, like eating a trail of breadcrumbs. Let him do some damage next door. You know.
Our neighbor, actually, shout out Louis Ocon, great dude. He had a family of raccoons living in the attic of his carport. And so he said he would see the eyeballs through the cracks of his carport, and finally had them come out and
I'm telling you, I don't want any part of raccoons. I'm not messing with those things. I'm a city slicker, man. I don't interact with the animals that well. 49er Red Zone. I don't even know what this is, but check this out. Alligator lizards charged my front door.
Wait, what?
It sounds like a scary lizard to me. An alligator lizard charged his front door. I don't know what that is, but it's probably a big ass lizard. I don't want any part of that. And finally, a couple of little housekeeping items, cleaning up on Tony's Rising references. Yes. Miriam comes in with a good one. House of the Rising Sun, great track. And then I got Gravy saying, guys, Jim Morrison, Mojo Rising.
Dude.
Okay? Yeah.
Totally. 100%, man. See, that's why we go to the PMP Familiar for all that type of help. And again, I appreciate everybody adjusting their schedules just for this Monday. It's 4:00 instead of 4:20. We'll be back. 4:20 will always remain the Monday time. Today was just a little bit of an audible. So I do appreciate all y'all for adjusting your schedule. Paulie, we got to talk. We got to talk the red hot Spurs that let the Knicks win the finals. We got to talk about that.
I think Wemby thinks that the Spurs won or something. Right. He's sitting there doing press. Well, we dominated that series. Like, you guys just lost in 5 games, dude. And by the way, trippy stat I shared with Tony before the show. If you guys aren't hockey fans, check this. It's kind of wild. The Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup last night, and I watched that. It's always cool to see the cup come out. Jordan Stahl was the MVP. The guy's 37 years old. Really nice guy, and really cool to see him carrying the Stanley Cup around. But the Hurricanes finished their postseason. Their record in the postseason was 16-3. That's exactly what the Knicks postseason record was, 16-3. So Knicks get their title Saturday, and the Hurricanes get their title on Sunday, both with 16-3 records. Even though Wemby and the Spurs dominated, Tony, the Knicks did win the title. Yes.
Check this out, man. Check this out. I saw this tweet, and I wanted to share it at some point in the show today. I saw it over the weekend, and maybe this is what Wemby's referring to. Okay. So according to ESPN Analytics, in the 4 losses for the Spurs in the NBA Finals, they had a 91.6 chance of winning Game 1, up 13 points midway through the third. Hey. They had a 72.8 chance of winning Game 2, up 2 points with 1 minute left in the fourth.
You got to play 48 minutes, kids. You got to play 48. It don't matter. Yeah.
A 99.6% chance of winning Game 4, up 20 points with 9:33 left in the fourth. Yeah. And a 95.4% chance of winning Game 5, up 10 points with 7:54 left in the game. So
it's like saying, I mean, listen, Tony, the Spurs had double-digit leads in every game in that series. The fact that they let the Knicks come back, partially from the Knicks' aggression and partially from the Spurs kind of self-destructing in game 4 especially. But you can't say that you dominated the series when you just lost in 5 games. You only won 1 game. How did you dominate?
Couldn't you feel the choke coming?
Yes.
In game 5? I could feel it.
And the Knicks have conditioned us in this postseason. Dude, the game ain't over with this team. Like, it's really impressive. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought the Knicks were a lot of fun to watch. They were easy to root for. Jalen Brunson, Tony, a 6'1" guard just beat a 7'5" center, like the dominant face of the NBA. And I think this could be very similar to what the New York Rangers did when they won their cup in '94 and Mark Messier. They've never won another one. And I think that might be the case with the Knicks. But I guarantee you all the New York Knicks fans will take that in a second. If this is the only one they get in their lifetime, they're going to be happy. It's like the Giants. Before the Giants won a World Series, it's like, just give me one. Just give me one, and I'll be happy.
Dude, check this out. Adam Schefter posted this over the weekend after the Knicks won it all. And just check out this quick little video of Jalen Brunson, dude. It is so freaking cool. Stand by.
Cool.
That's him as a kid, okay? This is Brunson as a kid, so stand by. Watch this.
I learned that confidence is everything. There are days you're like, am I even supposed to be here?
Not fast enough. No follow through, not fast enough. Tired is for the weak. Mentally strong. Go.
My dad, he holds me accountable every single day, whether I want to hear it or not, and it just makes me better.
Go. Stop walking.
He always wanted to see how far I can take my limits.
Follow through. Everything you do has to be legit. Habits.
Pushed me knowing exactly what I was going to get myself into.
A guy like you falls into the second round. A lot of people miss something about you. What do you think it was that was just underestimated, not seen in you at that time?
Everything.
2026 NBA Finals MVP is Jalen Brunson.
That was beautiful.
Incredible.
So glad you showed that. And Jalen Brunson, I mean, think about this. The night that the Knicks win their first title in 53 years, Brunson goes for 45, dude. 45 points. I'm really happy for him. I really liked his entire demeanor, Tony. Like, he never changes his expression, ever.
Oh, by the way, Brunson went to go shake Wemby's hand after the game, by the way. Did you see that?
And Brunson, Wemby just stormed off the court. He didn't shake his. I mean, I think
Wemby, dude, like, you went down a few notches in my book through this experience, man. You got a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah,
Wemby.
he does. He does. And
and
I'm telling you right now, I put this in bookmarks. Wemby also intentionally was trying to hurt Jalen Brunson by sticking his foot in his landing space. It didn't get called, but he did it multiple times. I'll show you the footage in there. So I agree. I thought it was a really bad look that Wemby just kind of walked off the court like that. And one of the Knicks bench guys went running over to Wemby to shake his hand, and Wemby basically shoulders him out of the way, doesn't even acknowledge him, and then just walks off. Meanwhile, Brunson went right over to the Spurs bench when the game ended to show some sportsmanship. So,
class act, man. He's a class act, dude. And this is wild. I know there's a couple things in that post game, but it was wild because they were interviewing Brunson, right? And he did that classic look with the hand over the face, right? Which they've made T-shirts of, right?
Yeah, he goes, that's his thing. Yeah, well, there's like 3 points. I think like with
this, right? And so. As he's doing that in the interview, post-game interview, they're showing his dad on the screen, and his dad is wearing that shirt. It was so wild to see that all happen, like, cosmically, man. And I don't know, it was just meant to be for Knicks. It was just meant to be. And I'm so happy for, like, you could see the joy, like when they showed Patrick Ewing, right?
Oh my God,
joy on Ewing's face, or Spike Lee's face, right? Like watching these people celebrate. The Ben Stiller, I was like, I love Ben Stiller, but I was like, I don't know, there's something about Ben Stiller that was kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. And Adam Silver, by the way, did you notice? Did you watch the post-game celebration?
Yeah. Watch all of it.
Dude, I noticed this, and I was watching it with my buddy Jordan and Megan and the kids and stuff. They go on Silver's face for like 3 seconds.
And by the way, he looks like Nosferatu, dude. He looks like a crazy, like European vampire. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So whoever the executive producer is for the NBA Finals, someone made the call to say wide angle, pan back, Camera
Pull it
5.
back. Pull it back. Pull it
Camera
back. Yeah.
Camera 2.
You're getting
Camera
all. Yeah, you're getting all freaking silver with that
It was
ball.
all silver.
He's a
And then-
creepy looking dude, bro. He's creepy and he's underfed. That's the thing. It's like, bro, you're a
But
multimillionaire.
he's also very awkward, dude. He's just very awkward. He's trying to like do that.
He's trying to like
presentation.
soul shake guys and stuff. Yeah. It's like awkward. Like they don't know. They're like, do I shake? Do I soul shake? Yeah.
Bizarre, man.
Yeah.
It was really bizarre, and I couldn't help myself but rewind it a few times. I'm like, look at how awkward this whole interaction
And he
is.
like looks around. He's like, yeah, where's Jalen Brunson? Yeah, he's incredibly awkward.
And
Incredible.
by the way, if there's somebody who needs Dr. Matt Young's teeth whitening, it's Adam Silver. Dude.
No kidding. I haven't noticed that. Break that down.
Get in. He needs to get in there, man. He needs to get in there. There's my daughter would have, if she would have watched that, she would have been all over him. So clean it up. Cut the crap, Adam Silver. Clean it up, man. You're the face of the NBA, dude. Come on, man. Clean it up.
He's the face of the. Hold on, wait a minute. What? Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I see some Nosferatu there. If you guys know the German, I think it's a German film about the vampire Nosferatu. All right, so anyway, congratulations to the Knicks. I enjoyed the series quite a bit. Tony, 2 more NBA notes, and then we'll dive into the next topic today. But dude, the LeBron James to the Warriors thing is picking up serious momentum. Like I saw Bill Simmons post today. Yeah, as soon as Bill Simmons gets involved, you know it's somewhat legit. And he claims that it's basically Golden State Warriors or bust for LeBron James. So we got to start wrapping our heads around that. And then this one I want to get your opinion on, Tony. I don't know if you saw this over the weekend. There are also some drums beating in the distance that Klay Thompson wants out of Dallas, and he's interested and open to returning to Golden State. It's for real. I'd like your thoughts on that. Is that good? Is that bad? Is that something the Warriors would consider?
Hold on, Paulie. Can we further dive into is it right or wrong?
Right or wrong?
To do the Nosferatu Adam Silver combo really quickly on the show before we
proceed. That's 100%. I'd love it. Bring it. Yeah.
Hold on, Paulie. Right or wrong?
Right or wrong?
Stand by. If people think this is wrong, I apologize, but we're having fun on the Monday.
It's just what we do, folks. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. There's your guy.
Already, I'm getting nervous. I'm like reaching for a cross to like Tony. It's like one of these, like back off, back. Yeah.
Dude,
look at him. He's a creepy looking guy. If he pulled over on the side of the road and he was like, hey, hop in, I'll give you a ride, I'd be like, bro, no way. No way am I getting in that car with you. Yeah.
Silver, dude. Jesus, man. All right. So there's that. Okay. So that's your guy, Silver. So now stand by, and we're going to give you.
I can't wait. Bring him on with the pointy ear. Yeah. Give him to me. Yeah.
There we go.
Bam. I'm telling you, there's something there with I'm telling you, it's not far off, man. It's not far off. I think they remade this recently. I think there's a new Nosferatu. Anyway. Yeah,
there is, dude, but
you feel me? He's right there. He's like, "Where's Jalen Brunson? I want to give him the MVP. Where is he?" Yeah.
Congrats, Jalen.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, that was fun. So Klay Thompson back to the Bay.
Yes or no? What do you think? Would you like? I'm not sure he's got much left.
Klay Thompson back to the Bay.
Right or wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm conflicted. I'll be honest. I'm totally conflicted. Like I love Klay, but I feel like his time in the Bay is done. Like it happened. And he
could have stayed. He chose to leave. He wanted a bigger deal with Dallas. I mean, he could have stayed. He didn't want to. He did not want to stay.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
and think about this too, Tony, real quick. He goes down to Dallas thinking, okay, I'm going to play with Luka. By the way, Dallas also shipped out Jalen Brunson. They don't need him, obviously. I mean, they got rid of him and they got rid of. So my point is, I think what Klay thought he was going to be joining really didn't materialize that way at all. With Luka getting sent to L.A., you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because you don't get any younger. You don't get any. There's nothing really sexy or attractive to me about the deal, except for like, ooh, Klay's coming back to the Bay. Like, other than that, I don't see. He didn't really play well for Dallas, and I feel like his best days are far behind him.
Yeah,
so, and I don't know what his expectations would be if he's coming back with big expectations. Then my answer is no.
I'm with you on this. That's well said, because I think he would have to resign himself to being a bench guy. He would have to be a role player.
Like, far down the bench, like.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
I mean, they could use a sharpshooter. It wouldn't be the worst thing, but if he thinks he's in the starting five, that's probably not the case.
no,
So,
God,
yeah.
no.
And what do you think about LeBron? Because it sounds like that's pretty real. That's getting pretty real, man. And I can see it. I can see LeBron. He wants to attach himself to the Steph Curry star. Like, and I mean that. I'm not even riffing. He really does. He wants to play with Steph Curry.
I hate it.
I do too. I do too, man.
I don't know what else to say except I hate it. Like he's the guy that I don't know.
By the way, Wavy Davy saying, and it's a good one. He goes, Clay's not allowed to come back to the Bay because he fumbled. He dropped the ball with Megan Thee Stallion. We can't let him back to the Bay. He was living good there for a while. Who knows what happened? I don't know the details of their breakup, but he said, that's it. You mess it up with Megan Thee Stallion, you can't come back.
Is it too much of an insult for Steve Kerr to have like a heart-to-heart with Clay and say, what if you came on as an assistant coach? And like, hung up.
Well, I think Clay still sees.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, because Clay could be a great coach. He could be a great young coach.
He could come back and be like Raymond Ritter's assistant.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think Clay and Steph Curry is still a marquee player, still one of the greatest players in the NBA. Clay is not in that anywhere near that discussion. And so, and the great years, you can't recapture that. It happened. And it was incredible. It was some of the greatest basketball I've ever seen in my life. And it was some of the greatest days in the Bay Area, in the history of the Bay Area. But it's done. Like, you can't try to recreate that. And I feel the same way about KD. Like, I'm not necessarily, if like all of a sudden KD hear KD's like, oh, I want to go play for the Knicks. It's like, dude, come on.
Is that real? I heard that last night too. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't even think they want him. I don't think they would take
Why
KD.
would you?
Yeah.
Why would you want? No. Why would you? You wouldn't mess with the thing if you can keep that team together. You keep that team together, man. Because those guys.
And also to that point, Tony, I think Jalen Brunson deserves some credit and applause for. And this is something you talk about all the time. Jalen Brunson agreed, ready for this, to take $100 million less so they could keep that roster. That's, I mean, dude, $100 million. He said, you know what? I'm going to forego that. I want to keep this team together. Yeah, he's getting paid. He's making millions, but he could have been making a lot more.
It's the freaking best, dude. And when a guy does that, you know what his number one goal is. His number one goal is to get a ring.
Jerry Rice used to do that. Jerry Rice took a pay cut, and so did Steve Young. I believe they both took one to get Deion Sanders to come.
Doesn't sound like Nick Bosa. Doesn't sound like our Hall of Fame lineman. Like I just
well, now you got to get your bag. Those guys are more interested in their quote, their bag, than maybe having a good core of talent.
Yeah, and then there's also saying that that Ayuk is going to be heading to the Commanders.
Go.
Good.
I'll drive you, dude. Tell me when you want to go. I'll drive you to the airport. I'll drop your ass off. Tell me anytime. I've had it with him, so I don't even want to hear his name anymore, dude. I'm so over Brandon Ayuk. He really doesn't deserve to play in the NFL. And I don't know why a team would take a chance on him when they know that this is potentially what the outcome could be. When he gets disgruntled, he just stops showing up to work. I mean, I don't want a guy like that on my roster. I don't.
Hell no, dude. And it's like, don't mess with the vibe. Hopefully there's a better vibe on this team. And you got Mike Evans. You think Mike Evans wants to come to the Bay and deal with a guy like Brandon Ayuk and what's going on with him? Do you think Evans wants that in this stage of his career?
No.
Unless Evans says, you know what, you and I need to have a long chat. You know what? And I might rough you up a little bit. It might get physical.
I'd endorse that. I think a few guys should rough him up. I really do. Give him the old the treatment that they gave Gomer Pyle in the freaking Full Metal Jacket. Give him the bar soap treatment in the middle of the night. If you guys, if you know, you know. And that was. I'm only kidding. Yeah.
Of course. But that was wild, dude. The bar soap and the towel in the bath towel.
Poor bastard. They held him down. You know what I mean? Even Matthew Modine got involved. I was like, that was a tough scene.
Rising Wolf must have heard us calling his name earlier because he's now on the chat. What's up, Rising Wolf? Paulie, there tomorrow, Roby Tuesday, there's a video that Ayuk posted over the weekend, and he's in a robe. I was like, you know what?
Don't be taking our stuff. Don't be hijacking our bits. Yeah.
Don't be a biter, Brandon. Don't be a biter,
dude. Don't be a biter. Totally. Great call, dude. Bite. By the way, we did in the pre-show meeting today. We started I'm not even kidding. I swear to God, this has really happened. We were in the middle of our pre-show meeting, and then we started breaking down musical youth lyrics. Yeah. The Pass the Dutchie lyrics, Tony. The
Yeah.
music makes you want to rub and scrub. I never knew
Rub
that
and
was the
scrub.
lyric. I was laughing my ass off at that. Rub
This
and scrub.
generation, right,
Yeah.
rules the nation with version. And then it's reggae music make you love, and what does it say? What I
I
forget
think it
what
goes, the reggae music make you rub and scrub, rub and scrub. I'm all about the rub and scrub. I don't even know what that means, but I'm on board. Count me in. Yeah.
I'm looking for that. Hold on, man, because it's the lyrics say, "Oh yeah, music happens to be the food of love. Sounds to really make you rub and scrub." So there you go. Musical.
Okay. I'm rubbing and scrubbing. Hey, Tony, I want to rub and scrub, but I want to do birthdays and numerology, and then I want to do a Peralta art spot real quick.
Yeah, and we got to do also a proper Longbridge pizza spot today because there's also a birthday. There's many birthdays we need to celebrate today.
Okay.
But there was a birthday over the weekend that we need to celebrate as well.
So birthdays, numerology, and what was the other thing? Birthdays, numerology,
and what did you just say?
I don't know. I can't even remember. Something else. It's a Monday, folks. We're still
Longbridge pizza, a stellar design.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, stellar design, and then we also got to do Longbridge at some point later on in the show, P.
Okay. The comment line is live today. What's up, JJ? I see you out there, man. You're making me laugh. Okay. Tony, well, hit me. Numerology and birthdays. Let's rock.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Episode 340, Paulie. Episode 340, numerology 340. So, I mean, I've got the glove from NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC that I wear on night flights from bar none William Floyd. So I got to go bar none William Floyd 40.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a big, tall lefty that might have been might have had the greatest pitching performance in the history of the game. Also, Madison Bumgarner 40. So, hey, I'm sorry if I stole your thunder, Paulie, but those are just in the top of my mind.
No, that's quite all right, man. I was actually going to say Mad Bum, but you took Mad Bum. Now I'm thinking I'm scrambling around for another 40.
There's not a lot of 40s out there.
Not really. There's certainly not a lot of 49ers that have worn the number 40. Oh, Fred Beasley. That's a good one. Wavy Davy. Good one. Fred Beasley. Another fullback. Big fullback for the 49ers. And, folks, we are going to talk about Aldon Smith. We're going to do that in just a couple of Harrison Barnes, dude. By the way, most likable guy on that Spurs roster, Harrison Barnes. And you know what I'm doing if I'm running the Spurs as a GM? And thank you, Wavy Davy. And Joe Cool, also with the Harrison Barnes. I'm saying goodbye to De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Adios, dude. Adios.
Yeah.
You ain't ready. He ain't ready for the big stage. I thought
if he's not ready by now, Paulie, he's never going to be ready.
I'm with you.
He's not some young dude. Like he's been around. And dude, I think the person who's least surprised by his performance is probably Mike Brown, having coached him in Sacramento, being like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you brought up Mikey Brown, and shame on me for forgetting to mention his name. Congratulations to our friend Mike Brown. Mm-hmm. I am so happy for that guy. He's got himself a hell of a resume, man. NBA Coach of the Year. I believe he's won that twice. He won a title as an assistant coach, obviously, and now he gets one as a head coach. It could not have happened to a nicer guy. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a nicer dude than Mike Brown in any sport. And I'm really, really happy for Mikey Brown, man. We had some really, really good chats with him back in the day when he was here. And I'm just happy. I'm so happy for him.
Also in current particles with Mike Brown, Neil Donardi of Longbridge Pizza told me that Mike Brown, when he was with the Warriors, used to come into Longbridge all the time.
And get the Mikey, what was it called?
He would say, yo, what's up? Give me the Mikey B, and then they're like, hello, Longbridge Pizza. And he's like, yeah, you know who this is. Come on, give me the Mikey B. Give me the, and then he would come in and pick it up and he'd hang out. And that guy.
I might call Longbridge. I might just try that out and be like, I'm calling for a Mikey Brown. Can I get one? Just to see if they still know how to make one,
But it's no surprise that Mike Brown knew good pizza and knew good vibes and good people because of the vibe. I promise you, like you listen to players talk about playing for him, Brunson, man, like talk about like different personalities. Mike Brown, very outgoing, huge smile. And then you got the very reserved, like just daggers in the eyes, Jalen Brunson, who, is one track mind of winning basketball games. And I love those two, like, very different personalities coming together to win a championship. I gotta say, like this Knicks team was really fun to root for.
They were a really likable team. I agree. They play real great team ball, and the fact that they were down by double digits in all 5 games and they won 4 of the 5, it's pretty damn impressive. The whole postseason run they pulled off was impressive.
Yeah, and also I want to point out again, dude, there was no flopping in this series.
No, that's a great call, dude. The Knicks don't flop. They don't flop at all. And I don't think the Spurs did either, to their credit.
No flopping, but Wemby, dude, that guy, karma's going to come around to him. Karma is going to come around to him if he keeps playing the way he plays, trying to take out Anunoby's
He's a dirty SOB, dude. He's
tried to take out Brunson's ankle.
Yeah.
Like, we have video. We can show the videos later. And then like the elbow, the flying elbow, and the flying elbows, I should say. It's just that kind of stuff comes back to haunt you, man. And people don't forget that kind of stuff. So I would tread lightly, Wemby. And like we said in the beginning of the show, he's got a lot to learn. He's young, so he's got a lot to learn. But I do love the younger posse of San Antonio with Castle and Cassell and Harper. I mean, they got a nucleus. They do have a nucleus, man.
Yep.
But De'Aaron Fox, I think it's time to hit the road.
Yeah, I was expecting much more from him, and I expected more composure. I expected more big games, and he was that kind of veteran presence, but I didn't see him really as a leader in that series at all. A couple of real quick loose ends to tie up here. First of all, Big Al, who I'm a fan of. Big Al.
Alan Chico? You talking about Big Alan Chico?
He's the one and only Big Alan Chico. He's playing the number game with us, but I'm like 99.999% sure he got the wrong number because he said Chuck Foreman, Minnesota Viking running back from my youth. I remember him too. He goes, Chuck Foreman wore number 40. Dude, I'm saying I don't think so. I think he was 44. Check up on that. I'm pretty, because I was a Chuck Foreman fan too. I'm pretty sure he was 44. Respectfully, but I don't think he was 40.
44. Yeah, I'm looking at 40 right now.
Yeah. That's all good. Awesome. Hey, nobody makes more mistakes than me. I'm just saying that was one I knew, so I wanted to correct that one. Yeah.
A couple of other good 40s. One that came to my head, and the other one I just looked it up. First, Mike Allstott. Remember Allstott?
He was good. Good fullback. Yeah. John Ritchie. I think John Ritchie with the bloody nose in Oakland for all those years. Yeah.
The big ginger beard. He used to come on the show all the time back in the day when we were on the Ticket 1050.
Good guy. John Ritchie was a good guy.
Stanford Cardinal. And then Sean Kemp. Remember Sean Kemp for the Seattle Supersonics, man. What a run he had, man. Just a beast on the boards and beast. Like, get him in the he was a beast in the dunk contest back in the day. So Sean Kemp, 40. Those are the only 40s I can really think about.
How about NorCal Refrigeration diving off the top rope? He goes, guys, you too. 40. Great call, dude. Great call. The final track on Under a Blood Red Sky, the whole crowd singing, how long to sing this song? I love 40. 40 is a great track. I love that.
Oh, well, hold on a second, Paulie. I think I have the greatest 40, maybe of all time.
Okay.
Hang on. Oh, can I get it on there? Shoot. Hang on. Shoot.
Scarlet Fire, UB40. Another good one.
UB40. Or do we just give props where props are due, Paulie, and just bring out the Mickey's 40?
Oh, Mickey's Big Mouth? Yeah.
The Mickey's Big Mouth 40 ouncer, dude. Come on.
When was the last time you chucked one back? Be honest.
A long time.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But in college, it was at least 1 or 2 a week. Man.
Yeah. Oh, 40? Yeah.
Again, we had the domino night every Wednesday night. It was domino night with my baseball teammates, and we had a lot of fun. And you bring Mickey 40s, they're oldie, Pine Needle. I see with the old English 40. St. Ides, yes.
Dude, here they come, St. Ides, Los D, St. Ides. Dude, I'm not going to stand around and take this kind of abuse without somebody positioning Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull in the conversation too. Tony, the commercial, don't say beer, say bull. Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull. And then at the end of it, if you could, now you got me thinking about this. Can you bring up one of those Schlitz Malt Liquor commercials where the bull literally runs through the wall? It's like a bunch of people having a party, and then a bull comes right through the wall. Or any Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull ad would be good. And by the way, that was the preferred drink of Alex Van Halen. He used to keep like a 6-pack of Schlitz Malt Liquor right there next to his drum set, man. It was he was drinking that stuff throughout the show. Yeah.
Oh my God, don't say beer, say bull.
That's it. Don't say beer, say bull. Yeah.
I think
Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull.
Yeah, is this it? Okay, stand by. Let me share the screen, and then we'll have some fun.
This is going to be good. I haven't seen this in decades. I can't wait.
I don't know if this is the right one, but let's give it a shot.
It'll be good, whatever it is. Yeah.
There we go. Volume's up. Here we go.
Oh, dude, already.
Great. George, what's the fuss, Gus? Beer.
All around, y'all.
Oh, change the pace, Grace.
Something special then.
Gotcha. Here comes the bull. Bull, a Schlitz malt liquor bull. When you want to change your pace.
Ooh, get yourself a big bold taste.
Nobody makes malt liquor like Schlitz. You're so right, Dwight.
Here it comes. Yeah. That's the best ad I've seen in decades, dude. They're dressed up like Earth, Wind, and Fire. You got a robot walking around, and the bull. That is primo advertising. That's how we grew up, folks. That's the kind of images we saw growing up back in the day.
Also, I want to give love to, remember the Bud Bowl? Remember the Bud Bowl in the Super Bowl commercials?
Two bottles smashing into each other. Yes.
They had, and they had one called the Freezer, was the 40-ouncer called the Freezer. So I got to give love to the 40-ounce freezer in the Bud Bowl. I was trying to find a video. That was in Bud Bowl 2, but I can't find a video, so it's okay. We can move on. But
I love when these organic things sprout up. That was good, dude. That was really good. All right, real quick word on Peralta Arts and Stellar Design. Dom is in Hungary. True story. Tony said it earlier today, and he was sending us pictures over the weekend. He was like, guys, I'm watching Metallica in Budapest. I'm like, damn. And he was right up there. He was like right up next to the stage. He took some really cool pictures. So what's up, man? I hope you're having a good time over there, Dom. In the meantime, what we're going to do is just talk about Stellar Design, how they can take your kind of a rough idea, bring it to life artistically. Yeah, that's how close he was to the stage. Insane.
That's from Dom. Yeah, that's one. That's look at this. Look how close he was in Budapest in Hungary.
Yeah,
amazing. So good. Yeah, and then you got one of Hetfield.
By the way, Kurt, nice ass on. I don't need to see Hetfield's ass, but there it is if you need it. And
give me some Trujillo.
Trujillo all day. And just for the record, I don't know if you noticed this, but Kirk Hammett was wearing some kind of, he's the best, dude. Trujillo rules. Kirk Hammett was wearing like an anti-Taylor Swift shirt. Did you see that?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I couldn't quite pick up the message, but clearly it's like an anti-Taylor Swift t-shirt. He's wearing.
Actually, no, I think it's pro. I think he's just like wearing a Taylor Swift shirt.
Well, but no, her eyes are like a zombie, though. I think it's he's doing something. I don't know what the message. Yeah, he's got her set up like some kind of monster. Yeah, that's Kirk Hammett. Kirk's a good guy. Anyway, Stellar Design, folks. In fact, Tony, do this if you can. Get the poster up because I got to start plugging my gig. I got a gig this Saturday, folks. The Paulie Mack and Friends Band. David Drutz on bass, Bob Marcucci on drums, Tyler Schusterman on lead guitar. I'm playing rhythm guitar. I'm singing the songs. Would love to see as many of you out there as possible. And as Dom Peralta does, he has created some incredible art. He's already made a poster, which will be for sale at the gig. So come on by and grab one. He signed a whole bunch. I'll sign them for you too if you want that. And it's a really, really cool image. As soon as Tony can share it with you, we'll talk about it. But call Dom 650-796-3144. There you go, right there. The Bob Weir skeleton's going to be like my little mascot guy with the roses. We start playing music at 8 p.m. We're doing 2 sets. First set, kind of a mixed bag of our favorite rock bands, and then set 2, all Grateful Dead. I'm telling you, we've worked out some pretty good stuff. Tony, we got like almost 20 Dead songs now at our disposal. We had another practice yesterday. We had a rehearsal yesterday. So the band is ready, folks. I'm telling you, the band is ready. Paper Mill Creek Saloon, that's a legendary joint up here in Marin County. Just Google it. You'll find it. It's not too far from San Rafael. And I learned this, Corinne, if you're out there, you'll get a kick out of this. I learned through the grapevine, Tony, the Paper Mill Creek Saloon is where Janis Joplin used to drink. Like, nice. Yeah, she didn't play there, but apparently she just used to go in there and like have a few drinks. So that was a good.
What her beverage of choice was. I'd love to.
Well, there's the famous photograph of her at the Winterland. Is she standing backstage holding the bottle of Southern Comfort? Ooh, so I always felt like, as they used to say on the streets, Tony, SoCo.
This reminds me of the movie Festival Express. If you have not seen the movie Festival Express, I highly recommend it because the footage of Janice on the train and Jerry on the train,
and they're getting housed. They're just boozing. Yeah.
Housed. I mean, that is an understatement. It is a phenomenal watch. If you haven't seen Festival Express, highly recommend it. But dude, Paulie, I'm sorry I can't be there. I got a Little League All-Star game down in Palo Alto, or else I would be there. But I look forward to hearing all about it. Dom, somebody needs to make sure they take some videos so we can share on the show on Monday.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a hell of a time with Bob Marcucci on drums, one of my favorite people on the planet, and one of the most talented musicians I've ever had the luck of playing with. So I'm so stoked that you got him and Drutzy as the rhythm section. So Go get them, Paulie, on Saturday night. What time do you guys take the stage? You guys roughly know what time you take the
8
stage?
p.m. It says right there on the poster, 8 p.m. we start playing and we do 2 sets. And again, this is just an example of Dom's work with Peralta Art. So again, 650-796-3144. You can always email Dommy as well, Dominic@stellar.design. Thank you, Stellar. Thank you, Peralta Arts. And thank you, Dom. We'll hopefully see a bunch of you guys this Saturday. We're going to bring it, man. We're going to bring the heat big time.
Yeah, Dom, and thank you so much. And also the PNP Familia, thanks you for all the work you've done for the show with the t-shirts and the posters for our shows. And also hope everything's going well in Hungary with Zuja and her family over there. And
say her name again, Tony.
Zuja.
Zuja, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a tricky name. I've stumbled on that one a lot. She's a lovely girl. This is Dom's better half. Yeah.
Anybody, there's only a certain type of person that can be married to a creative, dare I say, freak like Paul, like Dom, and I mean that as a compliment.
I would consider myself and yourself to be brotherhoods in the freak community, letting the freak flag fly. And you're right; that's no easy assignment for our partners.
We're not exactly focused people. Let's just put it that way. We're all over the place. We're scattered. And Dom is so talented. And so anyways, hope that everything's going great in Hungary. And can't wait to have you back. But also, I just want to reiterate to people, if you have any sort of idea, any type of you want to make a life memento, anything, Dom can create something. You can hire Dom to create something for that special someone in your life. Give him a call and you guys can put your heads together and come up with something, a piece of art or something. Dom is so creative. So give him a call, 650-796-3144 or email him, Dominic@stellar.design.
We got all kinds of great things happening. I want to do a super from Corinne, but shout out Particle Patton who goes, Allison Chains, bleed the freak. If you know, you know. Yeah, I'll bleed the freak all day, bro. Great track. Anything by Chains, Particle Patton, I'm on board with. In fact, Tony kind of led me by the hand to that band. I always knew who they were, but they were so dark. Like when they were playing in the 90s, I kind of kept my distance because I was deep into the Grateful Dead at that point. And I'm like, I don't think I want to take the light of the Dead and then plunge myself into the darkness of Alice in Chains. But I have seen my way, man. They were an incredible band. Incredible. They had their own language, man. They were amazing. So me and you, Particle Patton, and Creative Tony, he's a Lane Staley head too.
Don't sleep on the Lane Staley, Jerry Cantrell harmony. I mean, it's just some of the most beautiful stuff. It's just gorgeous. Everybody go listen to the album Jar of Flies. Just do yourself a favor, listen to the entire album Jar of Flies, and then we can talk afterwards. But Paulie, before I get to
it's business time.
Okay, before I get to business time, because we have a few supers to honor and thank and bring to the show. You mentioned Freak, which I think is the perfect segue to just a few birthday celebrations today. Big day. So we got to lead it off, Paulie, with might be arguably your favorite Giant of all time. One of my favorite Giants of all time, number 55, the Freak, Timmy Lincecum. Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday, Timmy. You're out there somewhere, man. I'll just know that we love you, man. If this goes across your desk at any point of this clip, I love you. Tony loves you. Everybody in our audience, Tim Lincecum for life. That was when the freaking tide changed, man. The Barry Bonds era had ended. The Giants were kind of treading water, trying to figure out which way they were going. The first year of Bochy was not that great. All of a sudden, here comes this kid, Tim Lincecum. I'll never forget Sunday Night Baseball. I think they were playing the Phillies when the whole country got a look at this kid. His stuff was electric. Yep. And then 2 consecutive Cy Youngs later, 3 World Series, 2 no-hitters. I mean,
I'll never forget his playoff game against the Braves, dude. I will never, ever forget that playoff game. That was just.
Were you in the house? Did you go to that game?
Pure dominance. No, I was not in the house.
Yeah, I was home too. Yeah,
but that was. I'm actually kind of glad I was home to watch with closely every pitch he threw. Just incredible, man.
Can I comment on that real quick? Because this is an interesting thing that happened the night that Timmy, and that was his first playoff start. Yep. And I swear to God, I remember that morning, Murph and I were on the air, and we were like, I hope Timmy's built for the postseason. Because you don't know. You don't know how guys are going to react on that stage. What did he do? He freaking threw a gem. I think was it a 1-hit shutout, 9 innings, complete game, 14 Ks. It was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And the next morning, after that game,
2-hitter, but it doesn't matter.
2-hit shutout. Good. Yeah. And then the next morning, Steve Perry called the show from Journey. That was the first time. And we talked to Steve Perry about like Timmy's night and everything. And that was the first time we had Steve on. We wound up talking to him a few more times. But anyway, it was what a time. And yes, happy birthday, Timmy. You are loved beyond your freaking wildest dreams, man. And I'm still waiting for Tim Lincecum Day at Oracle Park. Anytime, guys. Any freaking time you want to honor him, let us know. You know,
yeah, dude. I don't even know, but I love he's like the Giants version of Joe Montana, who does not want any part of any limelight, any celebration, any focus.
He doesn't like the spotlight, man. He's always been that way. Yeah,
no, he would rather, he would rather celebrate.
Herb is a plant.
I hope that Timmy is just
herbs are good for everything.
Enjoying God's green earth, as we say.
I'd be willing to bet he is. I know he's an enthusiast, and puff away, Timmy. You go enjoy yourself, man.
100%, man. So happy birthday, Tim Lincecum, the Freak. A great nickname. Let Timmy smoke. Great t-shirts, dude. How about the F yeah t-shirts when he dropped the F yeah on TV? So it's like
best. Yeah.
It's that just takes me back to that time, that era. We're so lucky to have experienced that era. Yeah. It's just that it'll never be like that ever again.
Karen Bell asking how old Timmy is. I believe he's 42. Yeah, the Nutter said that too. 42 years old, Karen. Yeah, God bless him.
I mean, well, I'm sure the Giants try to reach out to him all the time, but it'd be great if they could do something to honor him soon, Paulie.
Yeah.
Also, sharing a birthday with the Freak Tim Lincecum, Dusty freaking Baker, dude. Happy birthday to Dusty Baker. The guy, I'm so stoked he's back in the Giants mix. Like, the guy, I don't know, he has a new book out too, by the way, which I'm actually really excited. I'm going to read that thing because the guy can spin a yarn and have you, I don't know, I'd listen to him talk for hours and hours and hours on it.
Gee, do you know when that book came out?
I think it came out this past week. I want to say.
Reach out. I'm going to reach out if he's going to promote that. Maybe we can get him on. I'm going to make a note real quick. Try to get a hold of Dusty and see if he'll come on the show to talk. Do you happen to know the name of the book? Don't go crazy looking. I'm just wondering.
Crossroads. It's called Crossroads.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let me get on that. No, and speaking of guests, I will. I'm going to reach out. I'll see if I can get Dusty to come on. It's at 50-50. I don't know if I can get him, but I'll try.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of guests, we will have Peter Hartlob joining us tomorrow because Peter was at the same Rush show I was at on Thursday, but we couldn't find each other. And have you ever been at a show, Tony, when you're like texting and then all of a sudden, like 20 minutes before the gig starts, all of a sudden you lose service because everyone's trying to text at the same time? Mm-hmm. So I had a hard time finding him after the initial contact. But anyway, Peter Hartlob tomorrow, and I will definitely get the wheels turning on Dusty. I'll see if I can make that happen.
Hell yeah, dude. And just when you reach out to him, wish him a happy birthday on behalf of the PMP Familia. Also, Paulie, happy birthday to Ice Cube. Ice Cube.
Nice.
Today, which started out with Escobar this morning texting a picture of Ice Cube to honor his birthday. So happy birthday, Ice Cube.
Shout out No Vaseline, Tony. Look it up at your own peril. I'm just saying. Shout out No Vaseline. Yeah, that's one of his solo tracks. Yeah.
I will.
Crazy mother blanket name, Ice Cube. Yeah.
Dude. I love Ice Cube. I
do too. I love his movies, dude. I love Ice Cube on the big screen. Shout out Barbershop. Shout out to the freaking Friday movies. I'm a fan.
Dude, Friday there's just go
with he opens the cabinet, dude. And the guy with the collar head is in there.
Yeah. I was just gonna mention that, dude.
The guy's name is Worm, right? Big Worm or something.
Yes. Oh, so good, man. Yeah, also, Courtney Cox, 62. Courtney Cox, dancing in the dark. Courtney Cox, shall we say?
Nice.
Leo Nocentelli. I want to say Leo Nocentelli, the lead guitarist for the Meters.
Yeah.
Turns 80 today. Turns 80. So happy 80th birthday to Leo Nocentelli. I love the Meters. Paulie, ask Bob Maracucci about the Meters, because the old band I played in with Bob, the drummer for Polymac and Friends, we used to play some Meters songs because Bob loved the Meters and he introduced me to the Meters. Man.
Well, you're going to like this then, Tony. I don't know if I ever told you this or if you ever heard this, but the Aerosmith song Last Child, which is a nice kind of mid-tempo funk number they wrote. Joe Perry said he wrote that groove because they wanted to do a song like that had a Meters feel. That's why they did Last Child. Yeah.
Dude, yes.
Joe Perry's a big Meters fan. Yeah.
Oh, dude, go pick up any album of the Meters and just enjoy. New Orleans' finest funk quartet, the Meters, Leo Nocentelli. And then Paulie, Wade Boggs' birthday today. I forget how old he is.
All-Star affair today. A lot of baseball, big royalty today.
I love Wade Boggs. I loved watching him hit. And then finally, dude, the Bay Area Zone, one of our favorite guitarists of all time, Paulie. Happy birthday to Brad freaking Gillis.
Oh, that's my guy, Brad Gillis, dude. Yeah, I love Brad Gillis. I'll never forget years ago, I was like looking on my computer one day and it just said, Brad Gillis has followed you on LinkedIn. I'm like, really? Me? Brad Gillis? I was so psyched. Yeah, shout out Brad Gillis. A lot of people don't know this, but let's remind them. Yes, he's known for being the guitar player in Night Ranger, but he also plays on Ozzy's Speak of the Devil live album. That's Brad Gillis on guitar.
Not only does he play on that, he owns that record.
Yeah.
I mean, he owns that performance. It's just Speak of the Devil, man. And by the way, that you want to talk about an album cover that scared the living bejesus out of
Ozzy with the red jelly or whatever that goo is all over him. Yeah, that's Ozzy's out of his freaking mind. He's wearing vampire teeth. He looks nuts. Yeah.
And I saw that, and I think I had a poster in my room. Or no, I had the record flat, because you remember you could buy the record flats.
Totally.
And I had the record flat on my wall, and my mom was like, take that down now. And I said,
no, Mom, that's Ozzy. Don't worry about it. That's just Ozzy.
It's Ozzy. And she goes, no, take that down now. So yeah, this was on my wall as like a 12-year-old or 13-year-old.
Bro, look at that, dude. I own it. I have it on vinyl. It was not easy to find. That's a tough album to find. Yeah. And by the way, if you see the little kind of arch around Ozzy, it's got all that little kind of language, those letterings.
Yeah.
And things. People said that was like a hidden message to Randy Rhoads. I don't know if that's true, but they said that was some kind of cryptid messages to Randy on there.
Oh, that's cool, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I love it, dude. See, Brad Gillis, hope you're doing well. He's posts really good stuff on social media, how he's sober and working out every day. And
he's got guns. He's all buffed out, Brad Gillis. Yeah, he's got big, and I'm talking arm guns, not like gun guns. Yeah.
So totally, Paulie. And yeah, so those are the birthdays from today. Started out with Tim Lincecum, the Freak. Now, Paulie, if you don't mind.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
All right, let's go. Patty from Napa started it off back at 3:39 p.m. Says all the love to Noemi and Stella today. So I don't know what that means, but I hope Noemi, I hope everything is great, and that let's just give all love to Noemi and Stella today.
Always.
Yeah,
always. Noemi, love to you, love to Stella. That's all. Whatever we can do. I'm not sure what that means either, but bless you guys. Yes, I hope everything's okay.
It's always the same. It's just a shame. That's all.
Nice.
Right?
Well, Collins. Yeah.
You could say day and you could say night. Okay.
Yeah.
You could say why when I know that it's right. Okay. NorCal Refrigeration is a super, and he says, "What was worse, Ben Stiller with the trophy or Swift at the Garden?" I think. Well, I'm going to say, even though she's a Knicks fan, I got to go Swift at the Garden.
Me too, because Stiller grew up there. Like, he really is a New York City kid. He grew up in the city. He's a Knicks fan his whole life. I mean, what are you going to do? He was in the freaking locker room drinking champagne with those guys. Did you see that? He was
jumping around. He's like filming everything, but he's jumping around with his phone like this, and like he's got his phone in everybody's face. It's like,
did you see what they did to Spike? I think I put it in bookmarks. Did you see what Spike Lee did? Yeah. Dude, they paraded him around like in a Pope mobile, dude. He was in this, like, he was standing out of a sunroof, like waving to everybody in Brooklyn, like, and God bless him for doing this. It's pretty cool. He went back to Fort Greene, where he grew up in Brooklyn, and he closed the streets. He had a huge block party yesterday, like with a DJ. Dude, it was fun. There was a lot of moments like that. Fat Joe dancing when Wemby missed the free throws. Like, there was a lot of really great little moments, but Spike Lee getting driven through Brooklyn, I was howling. I think it's in bookmarks. We don't have to do it today, but we can look.
No, we can get to it this week for sure, dude. Also, so and Swift, I know she's a Knicks fan. I know she's lived in New York for a long time. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, she lives in New York?
Supposedly. She was also sitting at half courtside for the Cavs Knicks game in Cleveland with Travis Kelce. She wasn't wearing any Knicks gear that night. I'm just gonna say.
By the way, I forgot. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, I'm choking on this, but I read a story last week that there was another, maybe you guys can help me out on this if anybody heard this story. There was another Knick fan, celebrity fan, who posted online and goes, by the way, just for the record, the reason Taylor Swift was sitting in those seats, she took my seats. Like, there was there was some other celebrity who had been promised those seats, and then the Garden contacted him and was like, sorry, we can't have you. We got to put Taylor Swift in that seat. So this guy was pissed, and I'm forgetting who it was. If anybody knows, help me out. But I was pissed when I saw that. Not only was she there, like and again, Tony, Stevie Nicks, really?
I know,
You
dude.
know, really? Come on, man. Come on.
That's brutal, dude. And also, hey, Taylor, you had a chance to wear Knicks gear to Cleveland courtside with your guy, Travis Kelce. You could have worn your Knicks gear then. I didn't see it. Dude, she was wearing a black shirt and jeans. That was it. There was no Stevie Nicks. There was no funny, funny, ha shirt.
Look at me. I'm a Knicks fan. yeah.
So
Totally.
anyways, I would say Swift at the Garden is worse than Stiller with the trophy. Thank you, NorCal Refrigeration. Love you, buddy. Thank you for all the support of the show. Corinne Sartorio, Paulie, she's a super, says, Patty, and Corinne will be present for Paulie Mack and friends at the Paper Mill Creek Saloon.
Thank you, guys. The ladies of PMP, man, they deliver again. And Patty, and I'm a Pam head too, sister Pam out there hanging with Corinne, and Patty, queen of the scene, Miss PMP 2025. Thank you, guys. I mean, the more the merrier. Many PMPers can come out, the merrier. And again, first set, mixed bag of rock and roll kind of favorites. Set 2, all Grateful Dead. And we're going to have a good time. So thank you. Thank you, guys.
Was it Hank Azaria, Paulie?
It might have been. Oh, that sounds right. Pine Needle. Yeah, I think it was. And he was like, wait, dude, they took my freaking seat and they gave it to Taylor Swift because he had been told he was going to have that seat. And then they took it away from him, which I thought was kind of.
I would have much rather wanted to see Hank Azaria than Taylor Swift, just for the record. And I'll watch Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld all day courtside as well.
How about Jerry with the freaking his mouth hanging open when Anunoby tipped that ball and just the total disbelief, and then they put the puffy shirt on him. A lot of funny riffs through that final series.
That's what made this finals really fun, and I wanted more. I was rooting for the Spurs in Game 5. I wanted more, and I wanted more Garden, Game 6 Garden. But hey, they got the ring, and congrats to Nick and all Knicks fans and all the players. And Mike
Tony,
Brown.
shout out the Guns N' Roses song nobody ever listens to on User Illusion, The Garden. You know what I mean? The Garden. Yeah.
Come on.
I think Alice Cooper is on that song too. I think Alice Cooper sings with Axl.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if you're gonna go Use Your Illusion, you got to go Estranged, Paulie. You got to go Estranged.
Strange for freaking life. I'll take a Bad Obsession too. That's a good one.
Oh, just a bad obsession.
I can't stop thinking about sinking down into my bed. Yeah, good one, man.
And you can't stop thinking about doing it one more time.
Wow, no. Yeah, totally. What's with that voice anyway? Wow, no. Yeah, what is that? What's
You're better off left behind.
Yeah. Bad Obsession. Yeah, it's always messing. Who knew we were going to get into that today, dude? Singing Bad Obsession. It happened, folks. It happened.
Hey, but don't sleep on Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Both great records. Great record.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there. Tony, I do want to talk about Aldon Smith.
Paulie, pause. I need to pause. Okay, one last super. I apologize. One last super. It's Patty from Napa. She's bookending the supers, and she says, why can't we get Steve Perry on this show? I mean, seriously.
Well, I mean, listen, I would say probably starting with the fact that Steve Perry does not do interviews. Very rarely. Like, I was so shocked. But see, the thing is like he approached KNBR. He's like, hey, man, I want to talk to those guys about Timmy Lincecum. You know, the way Steve Perry talks, if you are a fan, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, you know, Neil Sean, man, me and him are buddies, man, for a long time. But anyway, that's why I don't even have contact info, Patty. I swear I don't even have contact because he approached.
Patty dropping F-bombs in the chat.
You might have a better chance than I do. I'll tell you what, Patty, if you could get like his people's contact, I'll do the call, but I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to begin because he was the one who reached out to us. So I never had. He wouldn't give his number. I don't have any info on him.
Was there a pencil with bite marks in it, like John Voight's car in Seinfeld when you bought the car, Patty? Just a question. A little Seinfeld riffing here,
or any other rock and roll left behinds, like a roach under the seat, or who knows? Who knows what Steve Perry's doing in that car? He did say he wrote the lyrics for "Who's Crying Now" while he was driving that car. Just FYI.
Did he write the lyrics to "Oh Sherry" in that car?
I hope so, because I'll back it. I'll back it if I have to. Should have been gone. Knowing how I made you feel. Dude, I'll back it all day. I'll back Oh Sherry.
100%.
Yeah. Should have been gone. You know how it starts with just him singing? There's no band. Like, should have been gone. Yeah. I might listen to that as soon as the show ends. Matter of fact, I might blast it. Yeah. Oh Sherry. Yeah.
I will say though, when he was in the yard back in the World Series runs, and the place was going nuts, and he would be singing along. It was just electric.
Waving his towel. Remember, he's like waving the giant towel. Yeah, it was what a time that was, man. Incredible times.
A time that was, Paulie. So those are the supers, Paulie, and I just we got to give some love. We got to give mad love to Longbridge Pizza before we wrap today.
Yeah,
and,
I think we just do one more thing, Tony. Because I know you got to get to your practice. I just want to do one. I want to do a segment on Aldon Smith, and then we'll do Longbridge, and then you go see Dom at his practice. So all I can say, folks, is I was heartbroken to hear this. We've spent time with this guy over the years at different events. In fact, I want to share some stuff real quick. This is the first time I actually hung with Aldon Smith. I dug this one up today, and I'll just hold my phone up. This is me.
Yeah, hold it up.
This is me and Aldon Smith, July 10th, 2014, at the Take a Cut Challenge. He hit on Team Mac. Check this out. So that's me and Aldon. Back in 2014, and he's just a good guy, man. He's just a really good guy. I
remember that, Paulie. I remember that vividly, dude. I remember that vividly, and he could swing the stick too.
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened, and then I like this too. I go, Aldon, do me a favor, turn around, man, because I was like, when am I ever going to get this chance? He was wearing a Team Mac shirt, dude. Look at this. Look at that.
Come on.
That's Aldon Smith right there. And I if you want more, I posted a picture of myself with Aldon and that was just a couple of years ago at one of the Dwight Clark events. And I got to tell you, man, that's the picture right there. That's me with my at the Dwight Clark event, and had such a great hang with him that night. You can see the face. He's just a really beautiful guy, man. And I was so sad to hear what happened. And Tony, about the Take a Cut Challenge, because this will kind of tell you about the kind of person he was. At least at times I encountered him. He showed up at the stadium, and dude, he was sweating bullets. And I'm like, dude, what's the matter? And he goes, I'm really nervous about this. He's like, I'm afraid I'm going to get out there and I'm just going to swing and miss, or I'm going to foul balls off. And I go, dude, you're freaking Aldon Smith. You're a rock star. I go, I suck. I'm the one who sucks. Anyone's going to foul balls off around here, it's going to be me. And guess what? So he was nervous. He wanted to make sure that he held his own out there. You know what he did? He put one in the bleachers.
Yep.
Aldon Smith. And he told me that day, he goes, Paulie, I haven't swung a bat since I was in high school. And I said, man, don't even worry about it. I just said, make contact. The people are just going to be glad to see you. And then he wound up actually hitting a home run. And this occasion here from 2024 was one of the Dwight Clark events. And, I just can't say enough good things about him. And I feel like it's important to do that, Tony, because he's had some problems in his life with substance abuse but I know he's worked very hard to straighten himself out. Yeah. And Tony, that night, the night where this picture was taken, he couldn't have been more lucid and sober and nice. And I really felt like he was on a good path in his life. His
energy was that night. I'll never forget it too, Paulie. What I loved about Aldon Smith is he was always so approachable, man. Like, Paul, you know this. Like, I can't stand being around pro athletes because I know they don't want anything usually to do with you, and so I don't want to do anything with them. And especially going into the locker rooms, it's not my place to be in a locker room. Like, I'm not part of the team. So when you have somebody like him who is not only approachable but engaging and actually wants to have conversation and wants to sit and talk, that was very unique about Aldon, man, and just a heart of gold. And and I don't know what happened, but the story is he was feeding homeless people, dude.
That says everything about him. That says everything about where he was in his life. And he was only 36 years old. Thank you, Rags. I appreciate that. I see you out there, man. Thank you. That says a lot, Tony. What was he doing with his time? He was trying to feed the homeless, and they were delivering pizzas. And so as far as the details of his passing. Now, because Tony, you knew stuff I hadn't heard yet. So talk about the Anthony Dixon factor. I saw his message, but I didn't hear the details you did. So share those.
I just read, so I don't know the people who Aldon was working with in handing out the food to the homeless people, but it was a pastor, and I think the guy's first name was Scott, and he was the first person I saw post, because I got the blast on my phone about Aldon passing, but then I started digging. I saw this guy's post about, this was Aldon 2 hours before he passed away. Oh, God. And
by the way, he was wearing a Knicks jersey. Did you see that?
Wearing a Knicks jersey.
Yeah, I think it was was it Anunoby? I forget what number he had. I think it was OG. No,
it was an older jersey. Okay. I don't know whose jersey it was actually. Scott Gabbers, exactly. Patty from Napa, thank you. Scott Gabbers. Wow. It was on Facebook. And then I think Scott noticed Aldon was like took a break or something and went to his car, and then Scott noticed Aldon slumped over his steering wheel, and then I don't know if Anthony Dixon was very close by or if he was with Scott as well as part of this venture, but supposedly Scott called Anthony Dixon, and Anthony Dixon tried to revive him, and they rushed him to the hospital, and where he didn't make it. And it was such a crusher. That kind of news when we got that news, and wasn't it? Didn't you say this earlier? It was right before or right after the Knicks won the title, right?
I found out right before the Knick game, and it really put a shadow over the game for me. Like I enjoyed it, and I was happy to see the Knicks. Believe me, I really was. But at the same time, I was really not myself because that news really hit me hard, man. It really did. I was very, very fond of this guy. And to be fair, I want to comment something Carlos De La Fuente, Los Diaz, said a few times. He goes, this is a kid who needed some help.
Yes.
And it's very similar to me, Tony, as what happened with Charles Haley. Charles Haley is at this point in his life, he is open about talking about his struggles with mental illness. Charles Haley, he's had some problems, and they're not problems. I shouldn't use that word, but they're challenges. And believe me, I'm out of my mind too. I get it, man. I've had to sit down with therapists in my life. I have no problem saying that because I think every now and again you have to talk to somebody, like life gets crazy and it can overwhelm you. And I'm just saying, like, Charles Haley never got the help he needed during his career, but he got it later on in life. And I feel like Aldon Smith was a guy who, how about go intervene and say, hey, man, listen, we'd like to help you. Would you like to see a therapist? Do you need to talk to anybody? And the NFL should maybe improve. Look at Justin Smith. See, this is, I know. Behold this kid. I mean, I think in this 5.5 position you put him in, sacking this dude 5 times, He had 19 sacks that year, Tony, or 19 and a half. 19 and a half. How many did they have as a team last year? 20? 21?
20. They had 20.
Jesus Christ. Aldon Smith, what the hell?
Hey, I'll tell you right now, I would take a prime Aldon Smith over a prime Nick Bosa any day.
Oh, dude, in a second, and twice on Sunday. But I'm telling you right now, Bosa is not the player Aldon Smith was. Sorry.
Over Bosa any day.
Any day. I'll take him over Bosa any freaking day.
Yeah,
look at him, dude. He's just blowing guys fast, dude. He just put 72 on his ass.
Hold on a second.
He drove that guy back like a blocking sled, dude. This guy's got no chance. He just drives him straight back.
Yeah, here we go. Watch this one.
72 is going down. You're going down. Boy, bull rushed him back about 8-9 yards to get to the quarterback. Look at him, dude. With freaking P. Willis. Damn him. Yeah, it's fantastic. Goodbye.
72. You got abused all game.
72. They got to get him off the field. He's got no chance against Aldon Smith.
Yeah.
So just to share. The talent with you guys, and it was tough. It was just really, really tough news, Tony. Did you talk to your kids about who he was and stuff? Did you tell them, show them some footage?
Yeah, definitely. And especially Dom, because Dom hasn't played tackle football and he wants to play it. I'm like, hold your horses, dude. Hold your horses. High school, if there's an if, we'll see what happens. But when you get your bell rung, then we'll talk.
That's exactly, you just hit the nail on the head. I think there are some kids who like to hit and they don't mind being hit. And then there are other people, they don't like being hit. And that you can determine that pretty early on, like freshman year, like which guys are going to be there, which guys don't want to do it.
Yeah. And I just, you obviously had much more time with him than I did, but the time I had with him was so genuine. He was just a genuine person. He really was interested in talking to you. It wasn't lip service. It wasn't small talk. It wasn't, he was just a nice person who wanted to help others. And it goes to show him what he was doing right before he passed, man. So when we got the news that, it rocked my world. And so rest in peace, Aldon. You will be missed, man. And I really, really expect the Niners to do something very special for him in the upcoming season.
Can I start a campaign right now, Tony? I think everyone should have a 99 on the back of their helmet. I'll say it right now. And here's one more. I got one more to share. This one's not that glamorous, but I think this is the first time I met him. This is at Levi's in 2013. And Murph and I were down there doing shows, and Aldon literally came off the practice field, sat down, sweating his ass off. Look at him with the towel on right there.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah. that was the first time I met Aldon. And then from that, and like you said, so this is the first time we met him. And then after that, he acted like we were, I was so delighted. I'm like, oh man, he was always so cool to me after that. And rest in peace, man. My condolences to the Smith family. I'm really, really sorry about this. And just a sad day. If you're a 49er fan or just a football fan, a really, really sad story. Rest in peace, Aldon.
Last thing, I saw this earlier today, and I don't remember the barber's name, but if you just search Aldon Smith barber video, I think it was like a week ago.
Yeah.
And this barber, I guess, is known for like getting people in his chair and then videotaping and them agreeing to be videotaped and recorded. And it was Aldon Smith. And the guy, Aldon Smith, to start off was like down in the dumps. And the guy's like, hey, man, you know, let's talk about it. Let's and he started talking about it. And you could tell that there was something, you know, just bothering him. I don't know what it was, but he did say at the end of the video, it's all good, man. Things are turning around. Things are starting to pop for me. Things are starting to happen. And it was only a 20-second video, but if you search for it, it's powerful because you can tell that he has scars and working through stuff, but you also are rooting for him in that video. When you watch his video, you're just like, yes. And then I'm hoping it was just natural causes of a heart attack, and but we don't know. We don't know. Right. So,
well, I'm going to chase that sad news with some good news. I got distracted for a second because I was you guys should have seen me this morning, dude. I was like Raymond Ritter over here, making phone calls, texting, I'm emailing people. So we got Peter Hartlob tomorrow, and I just got confirmation Bonte Hill will join us Wednesday night because I told Bonte today, I'm like, dude, I want to talk to you about this Knicks team a little bit. And I want to talk about the NBA Finals. And I also want to talk about like this LeBron, all this like crazy Warriors offseason stuff. So we'll take a deep dive on Warriors NBA with Bonte Wednesday, Peter Hartlob tomorrow, folks. So next 2 days are going to be fun. We'll have a couple of good guests for you.
Heck yeah, man. And Bonte knows it's a night flight, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. He'll be with us at 8:30. 8:30.
Sweet. So he can he has a brand new baby girl. So he has two girls. He has like a 2-year-old, I think, or a 3-year-old daughter, and now a brand new baby girl. I think she's like 3 months old.
I could see him being a phenomenal dad. I just see Bonte as being a great dad. I could just sense that. You know what I mean?
100%.
All right, Tony, let's get you out to your practice. Let's do a long bridge and get you out of here. Yeah, go ahead.
You know who else is a great dad? Neil Donardi of Longbridge Pizza, Paulie.
Dude, you know what I mean? Dude, we don't talk about in fact, Neil texted me yesterday. He goes, check this out. He goes, I'm at the game with my 8-year-old son, Nico. Happy birthday, Nico. And you know what they were playing over the PA yesterday? I think this is why he texted me. They were playing Panama by Van Halen. And I think he was thinking Lincecum, nice.
There it is, man. Look at Neil and Nico. Nico's birthday was on Saturday. And they were at the Giants game, and Neil sent me this picture of he and Nico celebrating Nico's birthday at the Yard.
I mean, could that kid be any cuter? Could he? No. Is it possible for that kid to be any cuter? Nico is a very good-looking kid. Happy birthday, Nico! And the Donardis, I mean, they set the tone, man. They set the tone for all things right with the Bay Area. So happy birthday, Nico. Neil, you know we love you beyond belief, and looks like that's a happy father and son combo, man.
Totally.
And they got a good game. Webb pitched his ass off. 8 innings, man. Shutout ball. It was a nice day out there at the Yard. Giants off today, by the way. Atlanta tomorrow. We'll pick that up tomorrow. Back to the Giants, yeah.
By the way, Paulie, I apologize to you and to the PNP Familia because Matt Chappie
bombs away.
The red hot Matt Chapman for the month of June, and basically in the last 20 plus games, Matt Chapman seeing the ball well, swinging a good bat. So he went deep yesterday. So that was from Matt Chapman in the 5-1 win. So now they're into Atlanta. Hey, we got to talk about Logan Webb and maybe Logan Webb's future, even though supposedly Ken Rosenthal.
I saw that too. Go ahead, T. Yes, I saw this.
Ken Rosenthal is reporting that the Giants will not trade Logan Webb. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think Spencer Strider is 4-week hiatus for Spencer Strider and the Braves, minimum 4 weeks. So I'm wondering if the Braves might be interested in looking for a guy like Logan Webb. I don't know. So, and you know, the Braves had that kid Dominic Smith. Remember Dominic Smith, the guy who was a Giant last year?
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, if the Giants do wind up dealing Logan Webb, just give us something back in return. That's all. That's
Right.
all.
Well, dude, the Braves have a good eye for talent. They have a good farm system. They have a good eye for talent. So maybe they get something back. I don't know. But trying to deal with the thought of not having Logan Webb as a Giant is really tough to do. So we won't do it today because nothing's happened. But I'm just saying, buckle up because something could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if something did happen. And yes, Lily, Matt Chapman did lead off yesterday. So interesting. Vitello trying to make something happen, make something work, turning things around, batting Chapman leadoff. I don't know. You would never see him bat leadoff ever before. So who knows, man? The Giants are struggling, but at least the offense is doing well. It's the friggin' pitching, dude.
Yeah, it really is. And the bullpen. Maybe the problem is they haven't gone down to Longbridge and ordered a Mikey Brown. I mean, maybe that's how the road to recovery starts. You know what I mean? Get some of these freaking relief pitchers down there. It's only a quick jump down the street. You guys, the pitchers could get out of their uniforms, shower up, get in their street clothes. You're at Longbridge in 5 minutes having a Mike Brown special. And I recommend you do that. I might try that. I really might try that. I'd be like, yo, Neil, whip me up a Mike Brown special. I want to see what goes on there. 2347 3rd Street in the Dog Patch. It is literally right down the street from Chase Center and Oracle Park. If you haven't been, I don't know what you're waiting for. I engrave your invitation and plead with you to go try some of the best pizza in San Francisco. Also, join the Vibe Tribe, man. That's the name. We got the Particle Familia on this side of the street, and on the other side of the street, you got Neil with the Vibe Tribe and Longbridge Pizza. They accommodate private parties. Tony will tell you about that. He had the whole Little League squad in there last week. And then, listen, the food is the real selling point. I mean, you got the Nico Pizza, the Sophia, the Polymac Particle, the Loading Dock, the Hot and Honey. There's so many different options, or create your own. I'd like to remind people of this, too, because Drutzy, every time I hang with Drutzy, I'm always reminded of this. Drutzy has like a strict no gluten thing going on. So it's like, if that's your dietary restriction, don't even worry about it. Neil's got you covered. He'll go gluten-free all day if that's what you're looking for. He also has vegetarian options. If you don't want to eat the meat, you go ahead and ask for a vegan option, vegetarian option. He can accommodate that too. So Longbridge Pizza, they get it done. They set the tone, and I just feel so happy and blessed to have them as a partner. Look at this. The front. What are you doing? Yeah.
There's the Smack Stack, Paulie, and that is Tuesdays only. So tomorrow at Longbridge, they're serving those burgers along with all of their pizzas, and they're also doing the chopped cheese. So tomorrow they do the burgers and chopped cheese sandwich, which is their version of a Philly cheesesteak, which I might say is better than a regular Philly cheesesteak. And they do the Smack Stack burger too. And I wonder, because with In-N-Out, you can order like a double or a triple. I wonder if Neil would do a triple if you ordered it. I'm guessing yes.
I think he would too. I don't think I've ever heard Neil say no to any order. Really.
Totally. Yeah. But point being, World Cup matches all day tomorrow. If you want to go have lunch and go kick it and have a nice burger or pizza and a nice cold beer middle of the day and watch some World Cup soccer, go to Longbridge, 2347 3rd Street, or order online and get some local delivery in San Francisco, or they're available for pickup, longbridgepizza.com. And then Wednesdays, we'll talk about them again Wednesday night, but Wednesdays, they also have the amazing sandwiches available. My buddy Gary was with us last week when we took the kids, the All-Star team, to the San Carlos All-Star team to Longbridge after the Giants game. He ordered the gabagool and he ate it. He took 2 bites and he stopped and he goes, "That's top 5 best sandwiches I've ever had in my life."
Vinny's gabagool, man. And he stacks up the deli meats like a foot high, dude. It's insane. Yeah. So I'm not surprised. Vinny's gabagool is one of his great specialty sandwiches. And get on down to Longbridge and join us. You'll see why we love him so much. In fact, we might be able to do a pre-party at Longbridge before PMP night at Oracle. We did that last year. Hopefully we can do that again. And that's August 14th. We can end the show with this, T. Get over to the profile page on YouTube and tell everyone how they can reserve their tickets again, Tony, for 8/14. Just real quick.
Yeah, so just the YouTube at Polymax Particles is our channel, and make sure to like and subscribe while you're there, please. We're trying to up the subscriptions and get the subscribers going. And but right below our bio on that page is the links page. Just click on the links page, and there's the merch page right there, and you can order tickets. Though you'll see a big banner for it. Order tickets. The Giants set up the webpage for us to order tickets, made it much easier than it was before. And join us August 14th, Friday night, Giants ball. We did it last year. It was super fun. Going to do it again. And yes, we'll get a Longbridge hang as well before the game. And then I'll take a Lime scooter to the ballpark from Longbridge. Anybody wants to join me can do that. It's a nice cruise along the waterfront. Maybe even stop by Standard Deviant Brewery on the way to get.
Ooh, I like that. Drive. Don't get a DUI on the scooter though, man.
Nah. We're okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll bring my helmet, bring my snowboarding helmet, and we'll be fine.
That's all I need. That's all I need. That's the helmet Tony took. Almost hit a freaking home run with it. The take it. The very same thing I showed you with Aldon Smith. That's the day I go, Tony, bat for me, dude. I don't want to do this today because I've done it. I hit ground balls. There's nothing to see here. But Tony can play. So I go, Tony, why don't you hit for me? And he put like his skateboard helmet on. He looked nuts. And he went into the batter's box hitting lefty. And you just missed leaving the yard, dude, by 5 feet. I mean, he put the ball on the warning track. It was incredible. And the funniest part of the whole thing was the aftermath. I was like, damn, I was really impressed because nobody was hitting home runs that day. It's not easy, folks. It's not easy to do. And Tony immediately stepped in. Clink, it almost leaves the yard. And I'm like, damn, dude, look at that. And then I was like, Murph, do you freaking believe that Tony just almost left the yard? And Murph was like, no, he didn't. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, I didn't see it. I don't think he didn't hit one to the warning. I go, he just did. So anyway, Murph wouldn't give it to you, but I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. It was very impressive.
That's funny, man. Hey, and also, like we said, go watch some soccer at Longbridge Pizza because tomorrow is going to be a great day in the World Cup. We've got France and Argentina, and I see Soccer Bowl. You are on it, dude, because today was a great day of soccer too, dude. Spain tied with Cape Verde.
Dude, Spain's gonna get, when they go back to Spain, they're gonna get their asses kicked. Their fellow countrymen are gonna be like, what are you guys? Don't come back. Yeah.
Yes. And the equalizer goal for Japan yesterday against Netherlands, that was good stuff.
And on behalf of Carlos De La Fuente, he's dropping a Go Mexico. So get a Go Mexico out there too. Yeah.
Go Mexico for sure, dude. USA, Australia this coming Friday. What was it? There was Saudi Arabia was playing Uruguay today, and it was 1-0 when we started the show. So I don't know what the score is now. If anybody wants to update the chat real quick, because the game's over now, I think. But it was 1-0. Saudi Arabia was ahead when we started the show, and if Saudi Arabia hangs on to beat Uruguay, that's a big upset too.
I like that though. I like when these little countries kind of topple the big. By the way, who's more bummed out right now, Tony? The Spaniards or the Italians? Actually, they should all get together and just have like a losers keg party. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, don't even worry about it. We're not even there. Come on over. Let's eat, because that's what the Spanish and the Italians can do. They can eat and they can drink, folks, and they got good music. So I'd turn it into a big party. Let's just have like a bonfire and drink our troubles away and have like a feast on paella and lasagna until guys start dropping. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And look at Arkansas Dave. Go Italy. Oh, my bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly it. Right. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I know.
Sad. It's just so sad, man. It's just like, come on. Saudi Arabia and Uruguay tied in the final score. They tied. Belgium and Egypt tied 1-1.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Spain Cape Verde tied today too. So still coming up is Iran and who's Iran playing? I forget who they're playing.
I'm not sure.
Oh, New Zealand. They're playing New Zealand. Yeah, that's coming up. So that's coming up.
I think that game's in LA. I think that one's a SoFi. By the way, dude, when we have Heart Love on tomorrow, Saturday night, there was a freaking World Cup game going on at the same time the Rush concert was going. Same parking lot, folks.
Nice.
Same parking lot. I mean, I can't even imagine the chaos. I'm glad I got out of Los Angeles before that craziness started. But okay. Hey,
sure. Yeah,
thank you guys for lining up today. Soccer Bull, Nutter, Rags, Patty from Napa, Facet 925, Will Sparks. What's up, Sparksy? You got Refrigeration out there doing his thing. All you guys, Karen Bell and Scarlet Fire, Lily Merchant. I see all of y'all. I love all of y'all. We'll be back tomorrow at high noon. Miguel, what's happening, brother? And tomorrow, like I said, Peter Hartlob joined us because he was at the same Rush concert I was at the LA Forum last Thursday. And I'm dying to talk to Peter. I love Peter. We all love Peter Hartlob, and we love to support. Yeah. Arkansas Dave, Joe Cool. Y'all be cool as well. And we'll see you tomorrow, high noon, and we'll do it all over again. So, Tony, take us home at your leisure, my brother.
Much love, everybody. Thanks for the support. And don't forget to please like and subscribe at Polymax Particles on YouTube. Also, the audio versions are available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And also, thank you to everybody checking in on Instagram Live. Love all y'all over there as well. And Paulie, with that said, hold on.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time. Blast the Smiths.
Rock and roll, kids. Hey, Corinne, you have a great evening, my dear. We'll talk Janice. We're playing at the place where Janice used to hang at. Anyway, Corinne's a Janice fan. Corinne saw Janice, for Christ's sakes. I think Pam, her friend Pam, was there too. I do know for a fact her friend Pam saw Sly and the Family Stone because I was beating her down with questions. I'm like, you ever see Zeppelin? You ever see Sly and the Family Stone? They must be so sick of me. Every time I see them, I'm like, tell me about the Hendrix show. You know what I mean? What was it like at the Fillmore? Anyway, we love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow, high noon. Go have a good practice, Big T, and we'll have a great night. Everybody, we'll be back. Cheers, y'all. See you at high noon tomorrow.
Peace, y'all. Take care.